What's up guys, so we're going to be doing a deck profile here for Spirals. So this is the first time I'm actually doing a deck profile on Spirals on this particular channel. However, I have been playing the deck for a long time. I've been playing it ever since it came out in Invasion Vengeance. So a very long time there. I do know how the deck actually works itself, and I figure this particular format really changed up the way I actually played the deck. Actually, for the previous 2 or 3 formats now, I've been sticking to this particular build, very minor adjustments, but I've come up with this particular build that I was very happy with. So let's just get on with it, and I'll show you guys and explain every single choice I have in this deck. So starting off with monsters, we're obviously playing 3 copies of Super Agent. Super Agent is a personal option to actually special summon itself. It's also a warrior, so very searchable. It's an earth monster, but one of the key cards in the deck to actually start things off here. So really amazing. Obviously will combo off most well with Spiral Gear Drone. We also have 2 copies of Spiral Tough. Again, another choice here. Some people actually play 3 of these, but I'm personally only going to be playing 2, simply because you still have to normal summon him. He can't be special summoned just like Super Agent's effect is, unless you use Spiral Gear Big Red or anything like that. But aside from that, Tough is still a really amazing card. It's still a 1900. It's still treated as Super Agent while on the field or in the graveyard, so it's definitely quite nice here that he has that option, but 2 I think is more than enough. We're also going to be playing 1 copy of Quick Fix and 1 copy of Drone. Obviously, they're both at 1. When they were both at 3, I was playing them with Machine Duplication, which was definitely very nice to help me go into my big plays. But overall, it's quite sad to see that they both got to 1, and I really doubt that they're actually going to be coming back at all. Maybe Drone might come back, but even then, I highly doubt it, considering it has the ability to actually manipulate your opponent's top deck. We're also going to be playing 2 copies of Spiral Gear Last Resort. Last Resort is just a really amazing card. Some people have actually been playing 3, so that's how good the card's actually becoming. I'm only playing 2. It's mostly just to protect your monsters. You're going to equip it, but sometimes he is the additional option together with the Super Agent to go into your double helix. So 2 copies of it is still quite nice. Not to mention, it's a level 4 with Tough and Super Agent, so you are given into those small options to go into a rank 4. Playing the 1 master plan, I really doubt you need an explanation on this, because it's not a card that you particularly need multiple copies of. It's always been a one-of, and it's just really amazing. It's just a shame that we only have 1 field spell to search when she gets sent to the graveyard. Of course, we're playing the 1 Sleeper, really amazing card. Doubt I'll be increasing the copies anytime soon, but still an amazing card to actually just destroy 2 cards your opponent controls. If he is equipped by Last Resort, he can target himself, but he won't be destroyed because Last Resort is actually protecting it. So it's definitely really nice here. Now, of course, with Spirals, one thing we could actually get away with is going second. We are really good at playing a turn 2 style. So as a result, we're actually playing a lot of different hand traps. One of them is Ash Blossom, definitely a 3 of in this deck, a really amazing card. And of course, it's just stopping your opponent. You have no excuse anymore. It is a common, so I'm sure any of you can actually get it. Now, one of the hand traps I've actually been saying over the course of my deck profiles that's actually becoming very good is DD Crow. I think this card's actually starting to become really amazing for the fact that it could just get rid of cards from your opponent's graveyard, which has now actually become a very major resource, and as a result, DD Crow definitely works incredibly well. I've been seeing a lot of True Draco decks actually playing, and I just really hate the cards that they have in the graveyard being able to recycle and everything like that. So DD Crow definitely works. Also works well against dinosaurs as well. They need to bring out Ultimate Conductor, and as a result they need more dinosaurs in the grave, but if you banish them with DD Crow, then you could definitely have a bit of control in the game here as well. So it's definitely quite nice, and it's not once per turn, so if you have 2 of them, you could definitely do a lot of things. To finish things off with the hand traps, we're playing 2 copies of Effect Veiler. I was thinking about actually playing more, but I figure 7 hand traps is definitely more than enough. It's definitely a really great card. Effect Veiler just does the job. If you guys actually want to play Infinite Impermanence, you could definitely play that instead, but even so, Veiler is still not a bad option here. And then we're also playing one Orcus Nightmare simply because we are playing the Nightmare Mermaid, which will definitely help you just bring out the Orcus Nightmare. You could play Ibly, but there's really no point in that. You might as well just play Orcus Nightmare instead. Not to mention it's a level 7, so gives you a bit of options. One Destrudo, some people are playing like 3 copies of it, but you don't really need 3 copies. I mean, you really just have to ditch the one and you'll be fine. This deck definitely operates in a really good scale. It's quite consistent, and what it does here, mostly you're going second, you're going to be stopping your opponent with enough hand traps, and on your particular turn, typically you only need the one Destrudo to actually finish the opponents off. And of course, we're also playing Mare because Mare is just a really amazing card to generate more tokens, and you can just do a lot of things there to go into your further link plays. But that's pretty much it for monsters, so let's move on to spells. Alright, so onto spells, we're obviously playing the one Resort. It's kind of unfortunate that it's at 1, but we can't really do anything about it. Of course, we're playing Pseudo Space, allowing us to have the extra option to kind of play a pseudo second copy of a Spiral Resort, so not a bad card at all. Of course, for Destrudo, we are playing the Dragon Ravine. Now, of course, you guys could actually, since we are playing a Dragon Ravine, you guys could opt to, or up the number of copies of Destrudo if you want to maybe 2 copies, but again, I still don't really recommend you go that far. Dragon Ravine just really helps you out, and the reason I'm playing Dragon Ravine is because I'm actually playing a set rotation. Sometimes it's just another quicker way to get out Spiral Resort, and I figure I might as well just go for set rotation and give the opponent the spare Ravine. I mean, it doesn't really matter there. So set rotation definitely works quite well. Of course, to finish the searching off, we are still playing 2 terraforming as well. So as you can see here, I'm trying to make it as consistent as possible to go for your resort or pseudo space. And if we have Ravine, we'll only use it once really, and the second one we could always give it away. But even if we already ditch Destrudo to the graveyard, Ravine can still be just given to your opponent by set rotation, so definitely still an option there. But of course, we're also playing Spiral Mission Assault. Only 1 copy of it. It is searchable, but it really just helps you special summon from the hand as well, so definitely a great extender. 2 copies of Big Red, again searchable by Quick Fix, and it's basically Monster Reborn in the deck, so I think 2 copies definitely quite nice, simply because it is still a searchable card. Of course, we're playing 2 copies of Foolish Burial Goods. Of course, one of the targets is Assault, but the other target will be explained later on, but you know, it's Rescue, the trap card. But yeah, essentially another great way to put things out there, but I could have played 3 of them, but at the same time I figure 3 is a bit much, so 2 is good enough here because it's only once per turn. We are playing the 1 Foolish Burial, of course, to ditch our Destrudo, playing 1 for 1 to bring out either our Quick Fix or potentially our Drone, but we also have the Effect Failures as well, just in case. I don't know if you want to go for any rank 1 plays. We do have rank 1s in the deck, so definitely giving you an option there. Of course, your opponent is going to be working very hard to try and stop all your big combos, so you want to have Called by the Grave ready, and 3 copies is definitely well worth playing. We're also going to be playing the Reinforcement of the Army, because this card can actually search out your Super Agent and your Spiral Tough. If it's at 3, we would easily put in 3 copies of it. And to end things off, we're playing the Monster Reborn because, again, just a really amazing card to help you extend the board. For traps, we're playing the 1 Utility Wire. It's searchable, and it's a great way to just stop your opponent, disrupt them, if they happen to give you first turn. And to end things off with traps, we're playing the Spiral Mission Rescue. Only 2 copies, can be sent by Foolish Burial Goods, but at the same time it's also searchable as well with your master plans. So definitely a really great card just to help you revive more cards from the graveyard. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the main deck, so let's move on to the extra deck. Alright, so onto the extra deck, we're obviously playing 2 copies of Spiral Double Helix, a very amazing card to actually help you go for more things. I think 2 is more than enough. Never in a game have I ever needed to go into multiple copies of it anyway. I typically only win with the 1, so no need to play 3 copies of it. I think it's a bit excessive. Link Rebo because you have plenty of level 1s to go into, so you might as well. We're also playing the Trigate Wizard. We could still go for the lock, so definitely a great option there. Of course, I'm playing the Deco Talker, just a rank 3 option to kind of climb off with the Double Helix to allow you to extend more link zones to actually summon more things. We're playing Beauregard Dragon, quite an interesting card because it helps you destroy your Assault and your Rescues, which are already on the board. So Beauregard are one of the most underrated borrow monsters. It's obviously not the best one, but in certain situations I actually choose to play it over the other ones as well. But if you guys aren't particularly satisfied with Beauregard Dragon, feel free to just play Borrow Load or Borrow Sword. And for the Nightmares, we're playing the 1 Phoenix to summon out Orcus Nightmare. We're playing the Mermaid. We're playing Phoenix. We're also playing Cerberus. And we're playing the Griffin. So obviously, as you can see, there's enough for co-linking with the Trigate Wizard. And the Nightmares together can actually help you just draw more cards as well, so definitely very nice there. The one thing I couldn't actually add in was Nightmare Unicorn. You could easily just take out Griffin to put in Unicorn, but right now it's a really expensive card, so I'm just waiting for a reprint. Hopefully we do get one, but for now I'm playing Griffin in as a substitute for Nightmare Unicorn, which I would personally prefer. Moving on to XCs, we're playing 2 copies of Ghost Trick Delahan. Could still go into it. You can't do the loop as well anymore, but it's just one of those cards that I just really just kept in the deck, and it doesn't really affect the spacing of the extra deck that much. We're also playing Princess Sprite, again, just allowing you to add more spells and traps to your hand, potentially. Otherwise, if it's a monster, you could still dish it to the graveyard, so not too bad at all. Playing number 41 Baguska, just one of my rank 4 options. You could play Abyss Dweller if you want as well, but he's just there because he happens to come up more often. And to end things off, we're playing the 1 copy of Yazi, Evil of the Yangzing. We could easily go into this level 7 insanely easy and, you know, pop your opponent's monsters, pop himself, he special summons out your... Obviously, he's going to special summon out your Mermare, in which case Mermare can help you go for more monsters and ultimately just build up on your link plays. So definitely quite nice there as an option to go on with this. And keep in mind, I have shown off this combo before between Beauregard and Yazi, where since Yazi destroyed himself, you could destroy one of your assaults or one of your rescues with Beauregard's effect and then revive the Yazi again. So ultimately you're going to have at least something like this on the board to attack your opponent. So definitely quite nice there. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this particular deck profile, so I hope you guys actually enjoy it when you try it out. If you have any different ideas for how you actually play your decks, definitely leave it in the comments down below. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.